Hello and welcome back to another episode of Satisfactory. We're here back on at my hub storage. I've done a few small bits since you were last on. So I've finished off the 15 belts actually on this side. So I have now both sides set up with whatever resources I have actually in this storage at the moment. So you can see here on the bottom row, I've just marked them all. Get rid of this big stick. I've marked all what's in here. Again, the same system is everything's been belted into the top one, and it's just for the bottom one's going to be for the automatic sorting. Now at the back here, you can see here, I'll just show you, describe what that is in a second. I've connected all of these up. So every one of these has belts on them, which means they're all functional, but I've marked some of them. I think I've marked the first couple. Oh, get off that. Yeah, but I haven't marked them all. So I've yet to go along and actually designate every single splitter that's here. So that goes the whole way down the end there. Now I haven't crossed over at the end yet, and then comes back up this side. So I have nothing marked on this side with regards to what goes where. You can see, oh, come out of the way. Belt's in the way. So you can see it all connected up again, but I haven't these ones done. Then it comes out this side and then goes over here. So as I said, I'm going to have the plan to have an input chest. So this is going to be my input. So I will be just coming in and just dumping everything into this container here. It's going to go over here down the back and sort into every single one of these bottom containers. So after there's nothing in, I'm just going to have it locked in the splitter, so it doesn't put it puts nothing into those containers, the empty ones. Then it's going to go across the bottom and then come back up this side and sort into all of these. Then it's going to come around the corner here, and I'm going to have these containers for the likes of biofuel, maybe shards, what do you call them, power shards, paint pedals, things like that. And again, anyone that I'm not using is going to just have it blocked. I'm not going to use it until I find a purpose for it. And then the last chest here is going to be for everything that isn't sorted. Now this is where it starts to get complicated. Everything that comes off this line here has to be processed. So if it's not being sorted into any of these chests, it means it needs to be processed. So there'll be maybe power slugs. So first of all, if you think of power slugs, the power slugs will have to be processed and turned into power shards. The petals will have to be processed and turned into paint. The leaves and wood will have to turn into biomass, and biomass will have to turn into biofuel. And anything really that isn't, I might even have a system for the likes of, see a lot of these here, the alien carapace, they can be converted into biomass. I'm not sure about the beryl nuts, so I'm going to have a food storage area for those ones. Cables, I'm not sure about ores now or ingots. I might keep those separate and just sort those manually. So you see your color cartridge here. You have, I'm not sure about crude oil, filters, flower petals, power slugs. Not sure again about ores. Mycelia can be converted into fabric. I wonder can fabric parachutes be manufactured as well? But mycelia can also be used for the medicinal inhalers. So that's another thing. See, the power shards can be sorted. Your quartz, things like that. I'm not sure about spiked rebars, but we'll get to that. There's even sulfur can be sorted. Wood. So that's the next thing. So really, so everything off here has to be processed. So it'll have to go to a processing point. And I'm thinking of that as downstairs. And then anything that's processed then has to come back upstairs again and be sorted. So that's two belts to go downstairs and upstairs. But there's also a third one. So anything that comes off here and goes downstairs to be processed ends up coming back upstairs. But if it's not processed, so if it's not pulled off the line to be processed, that means it's left over. But I don't want that to end up downstairs. So it's going to have to come back upstairs again and into this chest. So anything that is not sorted and processed comes back into this chest. So that's where the next complicated matter is. We have to get have space for 3 conveyors to go to my processing section, which I plan on being down here. So this is going to be my processing level. So anything that's not sorted comes down here to be processed, and if it's processed it goes back upstairs, and anything that's not processed goes back upstairs as well. So I'm looking at here to have some sort of system here that the belts go into a conveyor system here on the outside the building. Now I was thinking about having it going up in the middle here, but I want this accessible. I want to be able to drive a truck in here and do stuff here, so that's why I'm thinking the belts can't go too close. They could possibly go up in this space here, and a truck can drive in and out here, but then again there's that. So what I have to do is I have to push them out here and get them elevated up to that point. So really this here, these two here, is the points where they have to come up and down. Now, that's the only thing about the jetpack, it won't carry me the whole way up to the top. There's my other character. He was in my way, so I killed him. I hate that bug. I hope to fix it in the next patch. So yeah, this is the point here. So this one has to come out here and go downstairs. Another one has to come in and come to this one. Come upstairs and come into this. And another one has to come upstairs and come into this. So I'm going to have a merger here. And I have something come from upstairs. So I'm looking at this is really everything, where everything ends up at this point. Or even this point here. And where's this one end up? So potentially, yeah, I could have, yep, I could have a, so what we'll do is we'll put 2 here. So I could have the elevator here, at this point here, but it has to be a 3-belt elevator. It's easy enough, I can do a 2-belt elevator, but how do we do a 3-belt elevator? Now I don't, again I want to try and keep it in 1 deep. Now basically the other way is to do it, now I want to keep it inside the structure as well, is to do something like this. So we'll just see, can I, so what needs to happen is I need to be able to go, alright, give me a second, so there, 8, 7, I'll do this. Now my other, that can do that. Alright, so watch. We'll just do this as a trial run and see how we get on here. 9, I'm going to extend this a bit more. Now some of these I'll have to reverse the movement of the belt. Currently they're going up. But what I need really is 1 up and 2 down. So, alright. So let's say for example now this is my 3 belts. Can this? Yes, it can. Oop. Come on. Perfect. That works. So that's my system. Now how is this going to work down here? This is the next obstacle I have to get around. Wait, give me a second. Alright. I have a slight idea here. So that works with that distance, which is great. So it's going to be up 2 and then up 1. That works to get that to the top. Right, 9. Where's 9? Alright, I'm gonna try and work this out from the top down. Alright, I'm gonna scale this. Fly up here. Come on, up you go. Up, 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 up. We have to build this up here. Well, this is the one we have to build. Come on. Up, 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 and up. Okay, so... Oh, this is where... It's slightly complicated. So, alright, this one is going to come out here to there. Now generally what we could do is have that go straight to there. Does it work? Try that. I'm gonna try this here. So, alright. So again, this is 7 to there. Now this one's gonna come down to here. And will this work? Generally that's coming outside my space. Okay. Let me make sure I do this right now. Okay, so that's that one coming up, and this could be this one coming up also. 9, 1, 2. Actually, would that go down to the lower one? No, it won't, but it'll go around the corner to this one. Okay. Now 8. Let's go there. 7. Will this go down to this? Yes, it will. Which means if I do a merger here, say there, we'll try there, see if that works. Okay, so alright, so that's 2 bales feeding up and 1 feeding down. So that's... Oh, get up here again. Get up here. So that's the layout I need for these guys. Come on, up there, up there, up there. Right, so what I need to do then is get all these belts down to that level anyways and see where you stand, because up here dictates, this really dictates where everything's going. But actually I could do it this way. I wonder will they go down one? How far will they go down? Look at this. That goes up here. That goes up here. So I've even got some level already. And got that one away. So what I'll do is I will get all these belts run down to the bottom. It's just a case of run them over and make sure they're going the right direction. And we'll get back to you in a second. So we've got that done. Got all the conveyors heading downstairs. 3 of them. So the top 2 are coming up from downstairs and the bottom one is heading down. So the top one is the feedback into the storage. The middle one is the duds. All the unprocessed stuff. So I got it. It actually looks like it could fit a 4th one if I wanted to. Well, until it comes down to here. The 4th one wouldn't fit then. And I got it further down here. Now the only problem is, yeah, I wanted to maybe put in a foundation here to make more space for a truck coming in, but it just doesn't fit at the moment. I might change it later. Possibly I could add a foundation out here and have it drop down further and then come around in here, but that's for another day. I'll tackle that when I get to it. And then down here then we have them here. So they're going to come further down into this area. So, as you can see, it's getting evening time now and the fog is starting to rise again. Actually, is it morning or evening? I think it's evening time. So what I'll do is, I'm not going to try and do anything downstairs while it's evening. I'm going to start recording again once it's morning time and that fog is cleared, because I want to have you with you so that when I'm building the process of downstairs. So I'll see you in a second. So we're back, it's morning time. The fog has moved from down here, so at least you can see things again. So the first step I'm looking at here is this turning a corner, and it's going to head off down here. So any stuff that comes down from upstairs is going to start heading for this direction. So we're going to start have production plants off to the right of this belt. So the first thing is to get this down here. Then there, 7 to there, and then we're just going to run this down along here as far as it could go. Maybe do to there, and then down here. I think this is the furthest we'll go here, because again, if you look at down this line here, this finishes here at this line, the bottom of that build. So this is the first stage. So what do we want to manufacture first is the question. Now, do I have everything? Yeah, I've got a lot of stuff I need. So I think the first thing is the slugs. I think we should start with the slugs first. So we could have our first I'm going to have to put this in the short bar here, logistics production. The first assembler, I'm going to put the Smart Spltters there. I think that should be enough. So the first assembler here, we're going to need 3 of these because there's 3 different types of slugs. 2, 3. Right, so that's, so we've power shards. See, green power slug. Where's the other? Oh yeah, there's the other one. Perfect. So our first one is going to be the green. Then we're going to have the yellow. And then we're going to have the purple. So that's the first 3 done. Then we'll get our Smart Spltters in place. And there, it's 1, 2. Oh, what am I doing? 3 again. It's 2, 3. Now I've set these up as well, so anything Alright, so the easiest way to do this is to make sure we have the right side is get up here, so we've from here, so the right side is going to be the right output is going to be, where's our power slugs? Green power slug. And going to close this off, just none on the left. This is going to be any. And then this one's going to be our yellow. On the right, that's green. Where's the yellow? Yellow power slug. Again, I'll just close this off here. None. That's any. And then the purple. Oop. This green. Now, there's purple. Perfect. None. Any. So, we've got these connected. Now, I'm not going to put an output just yet. Reason being, I'm not sure where my output line is going to end up. So, right, after the slugs, what do we do? What about biomass and biofuel? So we have 3 different types of biomass, don't we? Get this guy here. Get him in place. Yes. Drop perfect. Put a couple more. I'll actually just put a line in it because oh, he's wrong. Get him in line. Now, see, the big thing is there is a couple of biomass. So, first of all we have the leaves. Second of all, we have the wood. Next, we have the mycelia. I think then we have the alien carapace. So we'll get those set up because they're just going to produce biomass. So we'll have to again put a manufacturer from biomass. Get the clip on there. And this one here. That's right at the very end, actually. That's quite good. So again, these four. See, this is the thing where I don't know where the output's going to be. So, alright, get this. I need a merger. I need 2 mergers. So the output's going to be this way towards me. And I'm going to stick it in front of this one here. Stick that one there. I'm going to have to put one here with the merger facing that way. So 7 from this output into this. This into this. There into there. There into there. And then there into there. Actually, I'm just thinking I'll have to put a merger here too. Then I'm 4. Because these are all going to be producing. Oh, wrong way. I want the merger coming towards me. Turn it towards me. Get back in line. Perfect. Because these are all going to be producing power shards. So these are all going to be potentially just that there, that there. So what I need to do then for my biomass is I need another constructor. Move forward a bit more. Obviously for space on the... Actually, I could put them back a bit further. No, too far. Right there. So 7. And then this one here is going to produce biomass into fuel. Where are you? Biofuel. So all biomass converted into biofuel. Okay. Well, you get the idea. That's generally what I have to set about doing now is getting all these set up. So what I'll do is I'll continue the line down here and start adding more constructors and setting those up as well so that we've all those in line, and I'll see you in a second. Now I've done a bit more building. I've built here what I think is all the things I need at the moment. So again, I have 3 power slugs here. Over here now I changed this. I had originally all the biomass, but then I just changed it to the alien carapace and the wood. The reason for that is that the leaves and the mycelia are used for fabric. And I wanted those specifically for fabric, so I removed the leaves and the mycelia from creating biomass. And then over here then I have smelters for the 3 different ores: iron, copper and cadmium, and they're being each into manufacture into 2 different products as well. So quick wire, what did I do? The copper was wire, and then the iron was just the rods, side of the rods anyways. Actually I could change that to screws. Screws are alternate screws, perfect. So the screws come up there. And then the last one over here then is the, what do you call them? Flower petals. So the flower petals for the color cartridge. You can see over there I've actually done some coal as well. So at the moment I'm not putting the coal into the system yet because I've no way, don't know if I'll need to take them out of the system for anything, but we'll leave them down there for now. So then I have the outlet, first of all the outlet from all the manufactured products running up here, and that's running upstairs, and then anything that doesn't get pulled out of the belt, the automatic sorting system ends up on this belt, and that ends up back upstairs also. So the whole system is about trying to sort out everything that's sortable. So if we head up here, we take a look at here of all these belts. I'll take the top off that as well. I'll do that now. So F. I don't need the top 2 on this, or top 3 actually. So up here then I have some of these sorted out and marked already. So this one here is for the biofuel. We have fabric. We have the color cartridge and the power shards. So the rest of all the other stuff should end up back in the smelting system. I have these 2 closed off for 2 more products if I need to use it, and then this one is specifically for the overfill or the overflow. Anything that doesn't get either sorted here or manufactured downstairs. So the next step of this is actually getting all of these sorted. So I have to close off the ones I don't have products in, and then I have to designate the ones I do, and then it's a case of testing the system. So testing it first of all, see if it's sorted properly, if there's any excess, then testing the manufacturing downstairs, and then testing this up here as well. So the next thing I'll do is, you can see I updated the game. So I had to log off, update the game for the new update, and when I log back in again, I now have a 3rd character sitting in my world. That's still a fault that hasn't been fixed. So now I have this lady here, I have this lady down here that's being slaughtered, and I have the one I'm standing. So I have to wait and see now if I get logged in and back in one of these. I'll just have to, every time I log out, I'll have to just stand them in a room and see how many I can accumulate. Maybe that's what I should do. I should build a little room in my base here and accumulate all these extra characters that the game keeps logging me in as. Anyways, look, I'll get the sorters, the Smart Spltters, sorry, all marked off, and then we'll give it a test run, and I'll be back to you in a second. We have all the splitters done and set up, I hope. All the Smart Spltters. So they've all filled in. So I think we give it a go. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to chuck my inventory in. I'm going to keep 100 fuel and see what happens. Store all. And away it goes. And I'm going to run down here to the end. I think I've covered those chests. We should see actually, no, actually we should see some of the stuff come around the corner here. We'll see some of the fuel and stuff should come around here. I'll have to wait and see anyways. I think some of these as well, so take all. This I could take all and take all, and I'm going to assemble these 3. No sign of anything yet. Oh, I wonder if it's working. There's only one way to find out anyways. I'll just fly over all of this here. It could be still that the first few items are still going through. We should see the bars and stuff being sorted out on the bottom shelf. Yeah, there's the plates. So there's loads of plates being sorted. Now the encased beams. So the encased beams should pass down at the end. Run down here quick, come on! Try and beat the belt down. They should pass down here. There they are, look at them. There's the encased. So that means they're making it through the system that far, which means they're all my smart splitters down at the end are locked. Now they should be coming the whole way down here. Where are you? There they are. There they are. Perfect. That's good. It's working well so far. I don't think there's nothing in here that I've put in that shouldn't. It should all go disappear from in the top section here. I'm going to do here first of all. I'm going to make some of these small storage boxes. Oops. For items that I'm not going to go into the system. So turn that. Put it there. One there. One there. One there. So, all right. So these are not going to go into the sorting system. Either these, this. Put a few bits in. I'll put the hard drives in because they should go through the whole system and come back out. They should all end up in the overspill. Now I'm going to, while I'm here, I'm going to make some of those mycelium or those inhalers. Where are you? Medicinal inhalers. I can make another 42. I'll use up some of them anyways just to build them up because I don't do all the mycelia. But anyway, I can harvest the mycelia actually. I don't need to be low on it. I think there's caves I can actually manufacture. So I'm going to chuck some of the mycelia in and see how it gets on. Yeah, we'll do it that for now. Now how's our system over here doing? Yeah, I think that's everything I want to put into it. I'm actually not, I'm going to actually should be able to chuck the biofuel in here. How's it getting on? It's gone through it all. Alright, well that's the biofuel. Now generally that should come the whole way around and end up here. It's great I have the belts. I'll have to keep up upgrading these belts when they come because generally I want this system to just absolutely whale through a full inventory stuff because I do plan on adding a truck stop to it, so I can pull in my truck downstairs and then it'll automatically empty everything in the truck and it'll come up this belt here and enter into the sorting system, and that I won't have to deal with it at all. Now the biofuel, yeah, look at the biofuel going around. That's perfect. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to split the shards and they're going to go next. Actually, I'm going to take these two out of here and load them in manually just to see the system hurry up a bit faster. And once all the shards, then I'm going to start dumping in all these petals, the fabric, petals, leaves, mycelia, carapace, coal. I'll put in the power shards and I'll put in the hard drives. So they should head off down the list, but the hard drive should make it the whole way through the system and come out the other end. So they should be the ones. Start here. Take this out. I'll What am I doing? Take out this out of this here and put it in there. Now, so there's our. Oh, flying away. Actually, that should mean there was all the leaves heading downstairs. Come on, head down, rush it. We have to beat it down. Is it coming? Where's it coming? There's the leaves. So the leaves go around to our paint. Is it a paint? Are they coming? There they are. They should go right here to the end. Oh, crap! Flower petals. There's the hard drives. Look at biomass coming out. There's our fabric. There's the fuel. There's more of our flower petals. There's the alien carapaces. Quickly get over here. We'll see the flower petals going in. Oh, now if you can see here. Oh, I have no power. Oh, I'm missing cable. I'm missing cable too. Is there any way I can get raw from cable from over here? There is. I still haven't dissected this whole system yet, but I'll get there. Now if you look here, we'll actually see the whole system back up. So you see the flower petals, they've backed up the whole system because they're not being taken off. Now this is the only downside of this system, is that now once I open this up, the system will open up again, and it means then it'll start processing the flour. Now over here, quick, and 2. Actually, put 1 there. I'm gonna turn off this. 2 from there to there, to there, there to here. So now we're flowing again. I'm wondering how much this will take. Is it 100 or? We'll see now. No, keeps going. So it's great. That's the flower petals going through. I think I got a couple of stacks of those. Yeah, they're all gone through the system now, which is great. They're in here. And our color cartridges are being produced also. I'm gonna. There's our biofuel. What's that going up there? That's the fabric. So this is the biofuel from all the alien carapace, because the alien carapace are just nuts how much biofuel. Like they produce, look at 1500 biomass from one carapace. Which means this guy is going to be doing a lot of work here for a while. But that's grand. Let it tip away. Work away. There's nothing. Now we have to check upstairs. The hard drives should have ended up in the overspill upstairs. So they'll be upstairs in that. And our overspill should be here. There's the hard drives, and there's the 11 flowers. And look at this. I can just dump all of this in here, And it'll sort every single thing. Which is great. And there's all my biofuel coming in for my chainsaw. The problem is, I think, if I keep producing leaves, well, the leaves and the wood are really for the fabric. Actually, is there fabric going in properly? Yeah, fabric's working. There's our paint capsules. Here's our power shards. So everything's working great. That's brilliant. Our whole system is working from top to scratch or automatic. So we're now set up that the next stop is the truck station. So I want to set up a truck station downstairs, connect it up to this upline coming up, so that if I want to ever empty out my truck, I just pull it up, empties it, and I can drive away again and start again. So what I'll do is I'll look at that next, and I'll get a few bits together and I'll look at where it's going to fit downstairs, and I'll get back to you in a second. So I got the truck stop done. I got it built here, so I built it right beside the conveyor, but the only thing was I couldn't fit a merger onto the side of the elevator here, so I ran the belt down here one side, down here to the bottom, and connected it up here to this system. So it's going to connect to the pipe that's heading upstairs here. Now I want to give this a try. I want to see if it works or if it doesn't. Now, as far as I remember, there is stuff left in the lorries up here, both of them. Or there could be, and it mightn't be either, but if there's not, I can grab some stuff and just fire it on. I have it powered up as well. Now I wonder, did I empty these guys out? No. So there's loads of stuff in this guy here. Actually, I think I took fuel out. There's no fuel left in them, actually. Yeah, so I'll just divide this up here. Chuck this in. Let's see if this works. So I'm just going to drive him over. This system here should just empty everything out of his storage and put it straight on the pipelines. That should be it. Now, yeah, look at, you can see in the background, everything is unloading. I'm going to check here. Stop driving. Yeah, he's empty. So everything's loading. Now we should see it all come back up shortly now. Back up this pipe, conveyor. If we're looking, yeah, there's the eyes. There's all those bits and pieces. So we should try and get upstairs again. Up, up, up. And you should see this now all head over in the system. That's great. That's all heading around. The rotors, motors, they should all come in now down here. Should see the rotors coming in now. There's the rotors, perfect. And our motors. Come on, where's the motors? Where are they? They should have come past by now. Okay, so we'll have to see. There's one of these on the system as well. Take this out and chuck it on up here. Yeah, there's the one. So at least, okay, so there might be a fault somewhere. I'll just have to take a look. Yeah, look at the motors heading off. No, that's them coming back up again. Or coming up as part of the system. I don't see any more coming around and not being lifted off the sorter. Looks like our lorry is still not fully empty. A lot of pipes coming up now. I'm going to check the other guy now, see if he has got anything in his storage. I can unload here too. Run around, no, wrong side. Workbench? No, he's just got fuel, so that's okay. guy's sinking in the ground. I'm gonna reverse this guy over here. So part came out of the way. So that means now if I ever come back from building anything or an expedition, I can just unload it straight here. There's my other character. Is there much more left? Check if there's much more left to load. There's still a few bits. I'm going to take out these. Get all these other pieces here. Loading in our computers. I'll have to get a jump pad here to get up here quicker. Instead of having to fly up here the whole time. Oop. Well, that looks like it's definitely working. See if there's anything in the overspill. No, still the 9 hard drives. So nothing's spared in the overspill yet, so it seems everything is working. From our truck stop also. Which is great. What's these ones coming up here now? The bars. Iron bars. Yeah, they're still loading up there. But it's all working. It's all working perfectly. So that's a nice bit of work we got done today anyways. There's the AI. More AI, those things coming up. That's a nice, as I said, a nice bit we got done today. We got all the automatic system set up. We've got the second side built. That means now we can start, or I can start concentrating. I'm actually going to look at enclosing this structure now. Get a lot of walls on it, get a roof on it, and get the what do you call it, the space elevator built again and put on top. So we'll have everything accessible again, and then it's just a case of building some factories. Some nice big factories. Massive producing factories, in fact. But that's it again for today. I've hoped you liked and enjoyed watching what I've done here today, and hope you learned something with regards to these splitters and how to set up a system like this, so you don't have to be constantly sorting out all your bits and bobs. If you've liked what you've seen anyways, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you later. Have a nice day now. Slán!